Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. We're live. Welcome to another stream. We're going to be playing Powerwash Simulator 2 today. Let me set up my promo. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the word out here. I decided I wanted to hear some Breath of Fire today, so. Hey, how's it going? You're in a bad situation, Mighty Glass? What? I feel like this could be the setup for a joke. But also it might not be, and you might actually be in a bad situation. So I'm just going to ask with a completely neutral, what's the bad situation? And if I'm setting up a punchline, that's great. And if you're in a bad situation, I want to hear about it. Let me get the word out that we're live here. All right. You went downstairs to smoke, and your sister's upstairs now? I don't get it. What's the problem with that? Hey, Mogul! Is your sister, like, a pain in the ass, or, like, what's the problem? I really look forward to the day when we just stop looking at marijuana as being a problem, you know what I mean? It's just something that some people do. Wait, so you're downstairs, she's upstairs. I still don't see the problem. Like, you're trapped? Is that what's going on? Hey there, Lucas, is that? No, that's your same name. Never mind. What's up, Lucas? Merry Christmas as well. Next week is Christmas. Yes! Yo, what's up, Jesse? The Christmas plans are coming together for me. Last night, by the way, yesterday, I had the worst migraine. Today, I'm feeling okay, but yesterday I had the worst migraine. But last night, after stream, I recorded my next episode of Tolkien Scholar Answers Questions that's going to go up on Christmas Eve. Although, if you're a channel member, you'll see it tonight. But, I'm streaming too. But anyway, let me talk about that. Christmas Eve is a Wednesday, so I likely won't stream on Christmas Eve. But the episode will go up on Christmas Eve, unless you're a channel member, in which case it's going to go up tonight. And I actually, you'll like this, I read J.R.R. Tolkien's poem, Noel, and at the beginning of the episode, which was actually a poem that he wrote in the 30s, but wasn't discovered. It was unknown to anybody until like 12 years ago. So really cool little tidbit there. And then on Christmas Day, I have a special stream where I'll be live here and on YouTube, where I'll be reading the letters from Father Christmas, which is a really cute little book. For anybody who doesn't know what it's all about, of course, Tolkien had 4 children, and they did what most children do, is they wrote letters to Father Christmas, which in the United States we call him Santa Claus. And he would have Father Christmas write back. So he would create these letters, and he even had a handwriting that was specifically recognizable as Father Christmas. And he would write to his children as Father Christmas. And of course, they were being children, had no idea it was really him doing it. And he did this for many years with all 4 of his children. And Santa Claus would tell them the stories of like the elves at the North Pole, and the reindeer, and the character called Mr. Polar Bear, and it's really cute. His daughter put it together, you know. Yeah. Yeah. He had a specific handwriting that he did for Santa. He had a specific... And it came with drawings. He would draw pictures, too. So his daughter his daughter Priscilla put it all together and published it as a book. And I'm going to be reading that on stream on Christmas Day, which is really cool. But yeah. The guy, when it came to writing and languages and all that stuff, he was the master of it, you know. As a matter of fact, Jesse, you'll find this interesting. He was in love with typewriters. He loved, especially electric ones. He loved electric typewriters. And his dream, he really wanted IBM to make an electric typewriter for him, a custom-made one where he could use the Tengwar script, where he could type in Tengwar. It never happened, unfortunately, but that was his thing. He was really into typewriters. Because he wanted to be able to have like a version of, like, say, like the Lord of the Rings typed up in Tengwar, you know. It was interesting. I heard this story once about a fellow who his father had told him that he had written to Tolkien once and asked him if there would ever be a version of The Hobbit published in the Angrist runes. And Tolkien actually answered him and told him that would be really, really cool, but I don't think my publishers are going to go for that sort of thing. You know, I don't think that's going to happen. So one day for 1 year for Christmas, his son made The Hobbit. Like, he got a blank book and he had The Hobbit and he translated it into Angrist runes and wrote it out, the whole thing out, and presented it to his dad as a Christmas present, which has got to be one of the most thoughtful gifts I've ever heard of in my life. You know what I mean? Can you imagine your son gets you that and then you're just like, shit, man, I got you a gift card. Like, what the fuck? Oh, hold on. I got to make sure that noise doesn't happen again. Fucking Windows 11. Alright. I don't hate Windows 11, but there's a few things about it that annoy me. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. And I know about it because the guy who made the book for his father, posted it on Reddit with pictures of it and everything. And he says, you know, it's probably full of mistakes and everything, but it's the whole book. And it's something my dad always wanted to have because he had actually written to Tolkien, you know. Hey, Alice, how's it going? You'd prefer if your Windows 11 was not Windows 11? I feel you. My main complaint about Windows 11 has been the way that it handles the volume mixer, but that's neither here nor there. I'm kind of used to it now. I'm just unable to pin it to my... because it's no longer its own window, the volume mixer. It's like... as a streamer, you know, you need the volume mixer. It's part of the settings menu, so if I pin it, it's the settings menu, you know what I mean? I might have to step away for groceries at some point, just to let you guys know. But yeah. Tomorrow, I'm going to be cooking my contribution to Christmas dinner. I'm making eggplant parmesan, which is always a hit. I'll make it and freeze it, and then we'll have it on Christmas Eve. You know. Christmas Day, my brother-in-law is taking care of the food. He's going to make all Jamaican food, which is really cool because I've had the Jamaican food that him and my sister have made, and it's good. It's really good. I'm looking forward to some patties. My sister made patties like 2 weeks ago, I think, and we got some, and they were really good. Very, very heavy on the turmeric, which is just the way that I like it. You know, you want to be able to taste that turmeric for like an hour after you eat it. Oh, God, you guys. I wanted to show you guys something. Everything does end-of-year replays now, right? We went over that, the Twitch one that I had gotten. I didn't show you guys my YouTube replay because I when I got it, I saw that the YouTube replay was AI generated, and that it really just then didn't want anything to do with it. But there's a Steam replay. Let's take a look. I haven't really looked at this, but Here's my Steam replay. So, I played 40 games on Steam this year, 18 of them being new. 458 achievements. That's a lot. That's more than an achievement a day. I'm actually shocked that I got that many achievements this year. Over 28 games, and 63 of them were rare achievements. That's wild! Holy shit, I didn't know I got that many achievements this year. 24% of the games that I played were keyboard and mouse, 76% were with controller. Our most played games, Powerwash Simulator, Street Fighter V, and Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. Let's see. So we unlocked 458 achievements. The average is 11? Yeah, I 100%ed Powerwash. But that doesn't account for that many, you know what I mean? The average... How... Wait, that's less than one a month! Steam users, what are you doing? Played 40 games, the average was 4. Longest streak of playing Steam is 54 days. Average medium is 6. That's because I'm a streamer, and there was a period where every game that we were playing, just about, was Steam, with the exception of Xenoblade. But then on those days that I was streaming Xenoblade, I would usually do something like a run of Binding of Isaac or something, you know? So, yeah, there's probably a lot of inactive accounts. So, 13% were new releases, 22% were classic games, and 65% were recent favorites. Okay. So, we lean heavily towards Metroidvania, fighting, and JRPG. A little bit of Souls-like and beautiful and precision platformer. Earned 4 badges. I don't really understand the whole badges, but... So, Powerwash Simulator... Yeah, you avoided manual labor in the real world by doing manual labor in the virtual world. We got... See, that accounted for 56. I got 56 achievements in Powerwash Simulator because I decided to 100% it. But, that doesn't account for 400 and somewhat. That's crazy. Street Fighter V. If this were the 90s, you would have put so many quarters into those cabinets. That's true, right? We don't need no stinking badges. And that accounted for 24 achievements. Dragon Quest III. They don't have a witty line about Dragon Quest III. It has 37 achievements. East 10 Nordics. 36 achievements in that. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. We got 12 achievements in that. We played the most Steam in March. Because that's, yeah. That was a time where, like, I was streaming East 10 and Dragon Quest 3. So it was, like, just about every day. Also, I was working on some stuff, like, you know, there was Death's Gambit Afterlife. You could see that in there. So, yeah. Also, Deltarune. That was one of the... These are the top games played with the controller. Street Fighter V, Dragon Quest 3, East 10, Bloodstained, and Deltarune. So this is during the... Yeah, during the streak, we were doing Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. We were doing Ori, Final Fantasy 1 and 2, with some off-stream stuff. But Oath and Felghana, I was playing on my own. But yeah, a lot of this stuff was streamed. I was playing Rogue Legacy off-stream, yeah. And this is just sort of a timeline of the games played on Steam. Yeah, no surprises here, right? Some people do play Street Fighter with a keyboard, and you know, when you... In a row? Yeah. You think about some of the controllers that people do use for Street Fighter. Like, have you ever seen a hitbox controller, Gray? It's pretty much a keyboard made into a controller. Street Fighter with a Steel Battalion controller. You know, I'll stick to my Hori Fight Pad. This keeps going, huh? All right. Oh, and this is the shareable stuff. Okay. Oh, and you could look at previous years if you want to, but there you have it. Let me get Scrandle up. We'll play Scrandle, and then we're going to play some Powerwash Simulator 2, which is always going to be a lot of fun. Hori does a. Have you seen my fight commander? I'm gonna bring it up. It's gonna be partially invisible because there are parts of the controller that are green. Because it's a Street Fighter 6 controller that has like a design with Cammy on it, but you can see where the button placements and everything. So that's the Hori Fight Commander Octa. It does have triggers and bumpers, but you can see that left bumper and right trigger are mapped on the front. So, or right bumper and right trigger, and then the left bumper and trigger are where they're supposed to be, and these other ones are actually like the like R3 and L3 buttons, you know. But let me hide the chat, and we're gonna play some Scrandle. You could barely manage Mega Man and Metal Gear 2 with the controller. Back in the day, I played all 6 NES Mega Man games on like Nesticle with a keyboard. That was some wild shit. I remember when I did one of my first Let's Plays, like Zelda 2. And I was playing it with a keyboard, and I kept saying, this is not ideal because I don't have a PC controller. I'm playing this with a keyboard, and it's kind of rough. And people are like, but you're really good at the game. How are you that good at the game? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm total ass. Like, Jesse, if you saw it, you'd be like, yeah, you weren't playing great. But the people on YouTube were like, oh my god, you know? They're like, well, you'll be amazed when you see me play it with a controller. And you'd be amazed just if you see Jesse play, because Jesse's really good at Zelda, too. But anyway, let's do this. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's a daytime stream, so I gotta find a date that we didn't do it. Here's one. As a matter of fact, I've seen Jesse play it, and I'm like, oh, there's some few things that I never thought to do. Okay, so I've actually seen this one on the left, the sausage rolls, and this hot dog. So my issue with the sausage rolls is, where's the sausage in this one? This is just bread. Hot dog is kind of just... This is a sad depression hot dog, right? Ketchup on a hot dog. I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm not going to be one of those guys that's like, hey, yo, you put fucking ketchup on a fucking hot dog. What the fuck is wrong with you, you mook? I'm not going to do that. It's just not for me. It mentions the lack... Oh, without the sausage. Yeah, where is it? This one has sausage. That one, nothing. Yeah, the hot dog at least has the hot dog. Right? I think you mean cheese ball. Unless you went to a cheesecake factory and you learned Zelda 2. Oh, damn. Incorrect. Okay. On the left, we got goat curry. On the right, pie, mash, mushy peas, and gravy. Gross. I hate when they just say pie. What kind of pie? What's inside it? Is it beef? Is it chicken? Is it pork? Is it steak and kidney? What's going on here? Why is it completely drowned? Gross. Yeah, cheesecake. Dogless hots. I got a sausage right here. And then you reach into your pants and pull out a wiener, and people are like, why did you have a hot dog in your pants? For that joke. Oh. Yeah. Easy. Gross. Easy. All right, on the left, we've got bread with onion. That's the gyros, the Hungarian gyros. And currywurst and beer. This is a pretty sad onion bread. Pretty sad. Gotta go with this. Easy. Okay. On the I keep forgetting to say the stories. The countries. On the left, we've got the pizza dog from England. I've seen this. Not this particular picture, but I've seen this idea. On the right, Polish sausage hot dog from the United States. Once again, sad, bro. Get a topping. Get some onions. Get some mustard. Put something on your hot dog. Right? The pizza dog, we talked about this yesterday. If I hear the words pizza dog, I'm imagining... Yeah, the bun is sad, too. I'm imagining a hot dog with pizza sauce and mozzarella, maybe some pepperoni, right? This is like an actual pizza as the bun. It's intriguing. Probably difficult to eat. Definitely has to have a higher percentage than this. Correct. All right. On the left, we got Carolina pulled chicken nachos from the USA. On the right, we've got a chicken quesadilla from the USA as well. I love the idea of chicken nachos. But this is just... What? The caucasity of this. This just bland, stark white, unseasoned ass chicken, unmelted cheese, globs of barbecue sauce sporadically thrown everywhere? This has got to be like East Carolina. It's not North or South Carolina. Right? This has got to be like East Carolina. What the fuck? The quesadilla looks decent. I'm gonna vote for that. Oh, incorrect. Dang. On the left, a slice of Domino's pizza that looks like it's been through cremation. That's from, is it? ISL, and a flag that's invisible. Is that Israel? I don't even know what that is. I don't see the flag. And then on the right, a street chick burger from England. I don't think I need to tell you guys which is more appetizing and which likely has more votes. Also, the idea of putting bacon and cheese and looks like potatoes, it's Iceland. Why is there no flag? Also, there's no S in Iceland. Why would that be their shortened... Huh. Yeah, this looks delicious. Easy. Domino's is gross. On the left, we've got eggs with onion and chili from India. On the right, we've got vegan tacos from England. Israel's ISR. But I'm just wondering why Iceland would have an S in the shortened, condensed version when there's no S in Iceland. That's just strange. I feel like they got screwed there. Okay, here's the thing. If I was ordering and this was the two choices, I would absolutely go for the eggs with onion and chili, right? 100%. And I've seen videos of people making this. Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense then. Cool. This actually looks appetizing, but knowing that it's vegan and I just worry about that it's just going to be really salty processed soybean. But just based on what people are going to click on, this is tough. Because this is a really desaturated picture that doesn't really capture what a colorful, delicious-looking food this is supposed to be. It's just really bad lighting. And this, people will like, oh, that looks delicious. Oh, it's vegan. It looks dirty? I mean, it's just toasted. I'm still gonna guess that this has got more votes. And okay, I was correct. Cool. All right, on the left, we've got a Polish hot dog from the USA. And on the right, we've got buffalo chicken and chips from England. Is it me, or I'm seeing a theme here that whenever you see the words Polish hot dog and the American flag, it's some bullshit. Do we just dislike Poland that this is the way that we're representing their hot dogs? Because I guarantee you they don't eat shit like this in Poland. Yeah, easy. All right, on the left, we've got, I've seen this before, the literal ice cream sandwich, which is on bread instead of a cookie or something. Also, it looks like this was a popsicle that they pulled this stick out of. They do eat shit like that in Poland. Shit, I feel bad for them. And on the right, oh, this is from Indonesia. On the right, we've got a stadium dog from Australia. This is sad. Wait, this is... Well, this is just... I think this is one ring to rule them all. In ketchup. The hot dog looks like a dick. I don't know what kind of dicks you've been looking at. I'm still saying that this is more appetizing than a literal ice cream sandwich. And I was wrong. Okay. Let's see if we can get the last one. Tray of fries from Canada. From Canada. And on the right, we've got double smash burger from England. Okay, first of all, this looks amazing. The fries are seasoned. It's a double smash burger. The only thing that's wrong with it, there's one thing wrong with it, and it's not that big of a deal, is that when you put red onion on a smash burger, you've got to slice it thinner than that. But other than that, this just looks amazing. Now, here's my issue with the Canadian tray of fries. If I order something called a tray of fries and you hand it to me, I should not be able to, at a glance, count how many fries there are. There's 13 fries. If you hand me 13 fries, we're going to have an issue. Yeah, you can see the bottom of the container. They're not seasoned right. They look like they might be cold. Yeah, easy. This is just slander against Canada. All right, well, we got a 7, which is below average. The average is closer to 8. Kind of failed on that one, but hey, what can you really do? Let's go ahead. I'm going to dispense with the intro today because we're already playing the music that we're going to play. Let's play some Powerwash Simulator 2. They look like Burger King fries. See, the thing about that is that Burger King keeps changing their fries because nobody likes Burger King's fries, and they keep trying to just figure out what is going to be the magic recipe that's going to make them as popular as McDonald's. Really, what they should be going for is they should try to make themselves... They should pattern themselves after Wendy's, where they do something just like one little trick that makes it unique, but not anything that stands out that much. All right, let's see. Where are we here? Let's see. I wanted to check out the shop here and how much? Okay, so right now we're low on cash. I think I just bought something, but I think I was saving up for an extension for my current power washer, which I'm using the Urban X Max. Let's see. It's this. We're saving up $1,200 for the extra long boy. All right. Burger King never had awesome fries. You lying. Why you always lying? I know I was saving up for 2,000 points. Why the fuck you lying? Oh my God. Quit fucking lying. Let's see. Let's see what jobs we can get. Fast food place with steak fries. I feel like there was at some point. Oh, we're going to do the farm. Okay. Oh, wait. We started this. I remember we finished the silo part, but we haven't touched the actual, like, barn. Yeah, we cleaned that off. All right. All right, let's start doing the barn. I'm going to move the scissor lift out of the way here. More places should have tots. Agreed. Agreed. Hold on. Oh, wait, let me look on my phone. I might have to step away for... I just started, too. Step away for groceries. I wasn't texted, so that might not be enough that I would need to do anything. I mean, really, I only needed eggplants and cheese, so... Imagine McDonald's had tots with the consistency of the hash browns. It would be dangerous. You know what place has that? It's actually Dunkin' Donuts. They call them hash browns, but they're really tots. And they're really good. There's like chives on them. Oh, those are screws. I'm like, why are there pieces of dirt there? Right? Like, what? Huh? Dunkin's are 2 degrees C, but they... I find that widely varies depending on location. You know what I mean? And also time of day. Like, sometimes they've been sitting there for a bit. Or their oil is not hot enough. Oh, we got a text message here. You see, now we're in Pumpkin. We can't draw water from the Kalama River. Our farming's instantly become completely unsustainable. The mayor's trying to shut me down, presumably revenge for my monks from the temple up there on the hill egging his mansion years ago. We remember that from the first game. Oh, that sucks, Alice. The man's pettiness knows no bounds. Well, there's a reason we gave him that particular voice. Hold on. Do you need help? Alright, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I can just help with the groceries. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna be right there. Oh. How the hell did that happen? Alright, be right back, guys. Ooh. I'm back. Oh, hopefully I didn't just screw up my green screen. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Da 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 da. I was feeling very much like I wanted to hear Breath of Fire today, so that's why. That's what's playing. Wait, is the green screen good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. I don't think it needs to be that long. Oh, hello. Why am I on... Oh, no. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. You could really tell that... You could really tell that Breath of Fire, the original Breath of Fire, shared a composer with Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Because there's a few songs where you can close your eyes and you can kind of see... Not this one so much, but where you can close your eyes and kind of see Arthur jumping around, you know? Throwing lances and shit. I don't know if you guys knew about the shit weapon. It goes in an arc. Doesn't do a lot of damage. It's not very good. It's shitty. It's very, very shitty. I guarantee you there's a game where you throw poop at enemies. You know what? It might not have been made by Capcom, but I bet you anything there's a game out there where you throw feces. Ba 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 ba. Does this open? I think this might open at some point. Alright, I think I need to get a different angle here. Arthur's head appears in pictures. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There we go. That's clean. Okay. Also, Chun-Li is in Breath of Fire. You have to go through some weird shit to see her, but she's in it. And she's also in Breath of Fire 3. You don't have to do anything special to see her in Breath of Fire 3. But both Chun-Li and Sakura are in a town where you fight in the tournament. They're in the crowd. And the Mega Man 9 intro, yeah. Boing. So unfortunately, we were not able to secure Eggplant. We'll have to get it tomorrow at a different place because they were out of it. Which means that I'll likely have to cook it on like Saturday or something. I'll make the sauce tomorrow, though. Hey now. This isn't clean, the wall, the frame there, yeah. Oh, this is like all one thing, huh? Okay. Come over here. Out of all the Capcom characters, I think Chun probably has the most cameos in non-Street Fighter games, right? I mean, not even talking about just other Capcom games, which she's all over the place in. But I mean, she's in Fatal Fury. She's in the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid game. She's definitely the character they sort of put out everywhere. I mean, hell, she's like one of the... She's the first thing you see in the movie trailer. Well, can you really even call that a trailer? Can you really even call that a movie trailer? It was more like, hey, look at these characters that you're familiar with, and look at that. Oh, look, they're beating up the car, and hey, look, nostalgia, you know. Like, oh, there's Ryu. You like Ryu? Oh, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Hey now. Boing. How much money do I have right this moment? 662. That's not right. I need 1,200 to get the extra long attachment. I need to make the music a little louder. One moment to fix that. Oh, I didn't mean to mute it. I meant to make it louder. It's the opposite of muting. Here we go. That's better. Okay, I hope you're not advertising, because that's... You don't do that. Don't do that. If you're just telling me just to tell me, that's one thing, but... Why specifically do you need 50 subscribers? I'll bite, right? What's so special about the number 50? I'm guessing you escaped the trap laid by your sister. Alright, we gotta move this. Ba-da-da. I still don't understand how I got nearly 500 fucking Steam achievements this year. There we go. So that's inclusive of... Oh, no. But it's inclusive of that, but not that. Okay, cool. Ba, 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 ba. Oh my god, there's a window there. Alright, ping. Ping, pida, ping, ping. Bad dow, bada bow, 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 bada bow, 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 bow. I can tell because I'm a YouTuber and there's nothing magic about 50. 500 is a magic number. 1,000 is the other magic number. Beyond that, it don't matter. Whee! Must kill Mo. Let's see. Boing. I would walk for 500 subs, and I would walk for 500 more. Because you need 500 subscriptions on YouTube to monetize. And that's just channel members, right? That's when you can set up members and you can set up super chats and stuff like that. And 1,000 is where you start to get ads, which is most of the money. That's where the most of the money comes from. But, which, by the way, my YouTube channel, the Tolkien channel, hit 2,500 not too long ago. So, oh, the Proclaimer song. Ba, 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. We gotta do Breath of Fire for Sundays at some point too, or Saturdays rather. See, my thought is, because we talked about after Xenoblade, right? We talked about doing Lufia, and my thought is like Lufia, then Lunar, and then like Dragon Quest is a huge undertaking, but I want to do it, but I'm thinking maybe stick Breath of Fire there and then Dragon Quest. I'm going to move this over. Let me get a little closer, actually. There we go. Boing, 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 boing. Bop, 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 bop. This is the hayloft. He said, "Hey, what are you doing in that loft?" Banging. You banging in my hayloft without inviting me? We invited you. Check the group text. Oh, I'm sorry. I have notifications turned off. I'll be right up. Oh, somebody's texting me. It's Animal. But you know what? He doesn't figure on how us country folk fight back. We've been studying up on our polycultures. Rotating crops and animals. Minimal water usage. Just what we needed. If this county mayor thinks he stitched us up, then he can think again. Somebody's getting an ass forking. That's The Simpsons, right? Oh god, this ridiculous song. Do 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 ba 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 da da. It's interesting how the Breath of Fire 1 soundtrack is very like romantically inclined, and then Breath of Fire 2 is very baroque. Ba 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 da. All right, I think I see the issue. Wait, why didn't it come down if I replaced it? Dude, usually moving it collapses it. Why won't it collapse? The fuck? Oh, that's weird. It like vanishes if you into the distance. Oh, that's a problem. Why won't it collapse? Dude, normally whenever you move it, it automatically collapses. Alright, let me just put this aside because it's broken. We'll use the scaffolding instead. My scissor lift is stuck. I mean, I could fix it by reloading the level. Like, just come out of the level and come back in, it'll be fixed, but I shouldn't have to do that. Ba 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 ba. What if I grab it from here? What will happen? Oh, you can't. Wait. Look at that! It's like totally stuck. I know how to fix it. I'd have to get to the top of this, jump over, and then bring it down. It's weird that this door is not completely... I'll revisit that in a moment. Alright, go down a level. Hey! Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. It's the underside. We got it. Okay. Bro. Dungeon music! Ba ba ba. I do prefer the scissor lift over the scaffolding. Let me see if I can fix the scissor lift. That was weird, man. Usually... Wait, why can't I lower it? What the fuck? It won't move. Did it literally break? It just is making a noise. I've never seen that happen before. The scissor lick is stuck. It won't lower, even with the controls. I'm thinking at this point it would be good to come out of the level, come back in, and see if we could get that fixed. But let me clean this thing, because that's what I came up here for. I've never seen that. That's weird. Is the scissor lift like a limited quantity where after a while it runs out of juice or something? Like, did Beavis break it? Did Beavis break the scissor lift? That boy ain't right. Yeah, if you spent more time listening and left time beating your meat, you wouldn't have broken my god-dang scissor lift. Son, I'm talking about masturbation. Something I never thought I'd hear Tom Anderson say. You know, beating your meat, choking your chicken, spanking your monkey. No, what is that? Ugh, I guess I gotta explain it. You see, when a man... One explanation later. Alright, let's see if I could come out of the level. Return to the home base, maybe. And then I'll come back to the level and see if we can fix the scissor lift. I've never seen that before. Alright, well, it's no longer stuck in the one position. I think maybe it might have been stuck on an object or something, and it was flagged as immovable. But that's not true, because I was able to move it around, so... Okay. I need that extra long thing. Well, I only need 800 for it, and I'm at 742. So we're close. That would help this job immensely. Because it wouldn't go up or down. Oh, don't do that. Oh, okay. Yep. Come. Okay, alright, that was weird. Alright, let's see if it works like this way. Okay, yeah, collapse like it's supposed to. The Skande theme. I need to be closer. Let's see, 748. I thought that's what I was at before. That was 770. Ba! Da 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 da. Ba! At this point, I'm cleaning the roof. I'm trying to clean the eave. Oh, I see. I don't see any more dirt. Let me get closer to the top. There's a little bit. It's very Star Wars. Maybe on this side, is this part of the same thing? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. All right, that gives me 785. All right, I'm going to concentrate on cleaning things that I can get, like, fully quickly so that I can get the extra long Johnson. You guys know about the extra long Johnson, right? Ba, ba, ba. Oh, come on. There we go. That gives me 789. All right. I'm just like looking for things that I could finish off and get paid, you know? Okay, don't do that yet. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah, there. I saw a meme on a Seinfeld meme group that I'm on Facebook that was like, it was like the Human Fund thing, but it was like, a donation has been made in your name to the Salvation Army. Like, what does that do? Nothing. Yeah, I figured. Let's see. Is there anything else I can finish off quickly? There's another window here. I need that scissor lift though. But yeah, they out there ringing their bells. I'm gonna grab that scissor lift though. Yeah, exactly. You know. Actually, I think the actual phrase was, "Who does that help?" And it was like, nobody. Yep, pretty much. Better to donate it to the Human Fund. Money for people. Did I not get the underside of this? Oh yeah, that Fromunda cheese. There we go. That gives me $7.97. So it's $4 of Windows. So if I do this one, we'll have enough to get the extra long extender. You gonna snatch one of those red buckets? Why? You're just making me think of Home Alone 2 now. Oh, that's... Yeah, we're the Sticky Bandits. Oh, that's great. That's great, Harry. Or Marv. I forget which one's which. You ripped off 17 cents from Santa Claus. Sticky Bandits. Alright, let's buy that thing. I'll have $1 left to my name after that. Ba, 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 ba. Well, the first two syllables of your name are correct. Hello! What's up, Zelda, man? Oh, thankfully they don't stare you down here. They just stand outside the Walmart ringing the bell. And thankfully they're not glaring. Like I've heard of that, but thankfully the ones around here don't do it. I just stare back. Where is it? Wait a minute. Was it 600 the whole time? I thought it was 800. Shit. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's 1200. I was, alright, that was the wrong one. Alright, we just wasted some money, that's cool. You're done being sick? You're just over it, huh? You've been sick for like a week and a half! Jesus, would you have COVID or something? Or the flu? Well, I just wasted a bunch of hard-earned money here, but that's okay. We're still ahead of the curve as far as equipment goes. It was 1200. I'm thinking 800. Oh, 600. That's for the wrong washer. For some reason, the parts aren't compatible, even though it's just a better model of the same shit. I need to pay attention more. At the same time? Self-undiagnosing. I'm fine. I read about something that's kind of like that. It was like, you're like a hypochondriac, but you think you're fine. It was like this real medical thing. It was like the delusion that everything's fine. How could you have... I didn't know you can get the flu and COVID at the same time, and that sounds really fucking annoying and terrible. How you feeling now? I should have said in a row? I don't need to be ducking for this. Or like crawling, at least. That's what it was, yep. There's also a psychological part of it where it's like paranoid. The opposite of paranoid. Where you just think everybody loves you. And everything's fine. The government got you on their nice list, you know? Fluvid. Fluvid! I've never heard of this. That's crazy. Folks, get your flu shots. And your COVID shots, for real. Don't get the Fluvid. That sucks. I guess, you know, when you think about it, viruses don't have, like, manners. They're not going to, like, the flu virus isn't going to walk into your body and be like, oh, COVID, I didn't know you were here, I'll just see myself out. Pronoia, yeah, that's what it was. I came up on, like, list critics. It was like one of those guess what these weird words mean situations. Looking forward to list critics tomorrow, and I'm back on the Jack and Rod show here with Zelda Man and his Fluvid. Here he is with his #1 hit, I've Got the Fluvid Blues. I'm Jack Mayoffert, this is Rod Stiffington here with Funky C, Funky Do. I do believe we're naked. You don't realize how much music the original Breath of Fire has until you sit and listen to the soundtrack. Hey now. I wasn't even trying to watch that. That was Collateral Whiz right there. Drink a lot of Sprite. Chill. Is that like some flavor of Sprite that I've never heard of? I don't drink soda, so I'm like woefully behind on what the new sodas are. Cherry flavored. How could it be cherry flavored and be Sprite? A new job is available from Park Ranger Adams. Peak Cleaning, that's not the name of the business, but alright. What do you like with coordinates? We found a goodness knows what over at Power Falls, but it's way out in the wilderness. Bitch looks like some Stonehenge. Cherry limeade? Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Alice is correct. Here's the thing, I don't like cherries. And I don't like artificial cherry flavor either. By the way, Alice, the video that's going up late tonight for my YouTube channel, you're gonna laugh at one part because there was a question that I was asked about like which like sort of culture in Middle Earth do you think produces the best food, and I was saying how if you asked Tolkien that, he would say the hobbits do, because that's his personal preference. And then I actually go into a thing about how I can't stand mushrooms. I think you'll find it funny. I know you like mushrooms, but I think you'll find it funny the way that I... Wait, hold on. Were there handles on the door over here that I need to clean? No, that's a sliding door. You're a hobbit by heart and soul. That's what Tolkien said. He liked... he said he was a hobbit in all but height. He said he liked simple foods and mushrooms and smoking a pipe and all that. What about soul? Soul's delicious. Can you imagine Shang Tsung at the Red Lobster? Your soul is mine. All right, yeah. So we're gonna have to build up like another grand, really. You ain't never been to a Red Lobster with Soul? To be honest, I've never seen it on the menu myself. I just needed a seafood restaurant, and that's the first thing that came to my head. To be honest, I like the biscuits and all, but I don't see them as being this big deal that I jizz myself over. You know what I mean? Like, they're good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you put cheese and butter and herbs on biscuits, it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, there's a local place near here called Balch's. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm actually not sure. When it first opened, it wasn't like anything special, right? It was all like kind of like frozen fish, you know? But then they changed their whole philosophy and everything's fresh. And they have lots of great fried fish, but they also have lots of great baked fish. Like their haddock, their baked haddock is amazing. And I know I've told you, specifically Alice, about their seasonal soft shell crab sandwich. Their baked haddock is to die for. I used to get that. I would get the baked haddock with a side of steamed clams. Steamed clams. I thought we were having steamed clams. Oh, no. I didn't say steamed clams. I said steamed hams. Steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. You call hamburgers steamed hams, even though these are obviously grilled. It's a regional dialect. Really? What region? Upstate New York? Really? Because I'm from Utica and I've never heard that. Oh, no. It's an Albany expression. Catfish isn't really a baking fish. Yeah, catfish, like, okay, I get it. If you're talented at cooking, you could bake a catfish and it would be good. But that's not the way to eat catfish. It's not even in the top 3 ways to eat catfish, if I'm being real with you. Catfish should be fried. Like I said, you could make it work, but it's not ideal. Oh, this is the ending song. You guys know I'm going to throw Breath of Fire 2 on right after this. Blackened is probably my second favorite way of doing it. Fried is the way that I prefer it. The nice remoulade. Ooh, in a po' boy? Now you're talking my language. Seared tuna steak. Ba 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 ba. It didn't continue the song. There's more to that song. It went into like the game over music instead. Alright. And now it's doing all the incidental music. That's the level up. One second here. Yeah, we don't need to hear the sound effects. Breath of Fire 2, baby! With the rice, I don't really care for string beans all that much. If you're gonna put some sort of like leafy, like not leafy, if you're gonna put some sort of like green long boys on the side of my fish, I'd rather it be asparagus. Alright, the other one was not loud enough. This is too loud. Let me lower this. Yeah, if you notice the difference between Breath of Fire 1 and Breath of Fire 2's soundtrack, Breath of Fire 1 is romance, and Breath of Fire 2 is Baroque. Green beans are superior to string beans? Okay. I'm gonna be real with you, Alice. I thought they were the same thing. I thought it was just regional dialect. I thought they were the same thing. Either way, I'm not such a fan. Like, I'll eat them, but they're not my favorite. I'd rather have asparagus. I'd rather have broccoli, if I'm being truthful. And you know, if that broccoli ain't bussin', I'm cussin'. That's the only time you'll hear me refer to it as cussing, just because it rhymes. Alright. You know what? I'll use this since it's there. Well, look, garlic makes anything better, right? The St. Eva's Church theme. Do, do, do. You know, I remember Hitomi telling me that when she saw my playthrough of Breath of Fire 2, she said, you know, I had heard that the English version was butchered, but oh my god, I had no idea. And I'm like, really? You know, I'd heard that it's not a great translation, and you could tell that it's not a great translation, but I didn't know it was that badly butchered. And she's like, yeah, I mean, if you, it's like almost not the same story then at that point. When I played the retranslated version, I was like, oh my god, I see what she's talking about. String beans are longer and more fibrous. Okay. And the green beans are flatter and smoother. I definitely don't like the fibrous nature. But at the same time, I also just... I don't know. It's not like an amazing flavor for me. Like, they're both dry and juicy at the same time. Alright, Zelda Man. I'm calling you out. You're being called out right now. 25 chicken nuggets? Are you okay? Do you need help? Do you need a blanket? Are you alright? You're fine? Really? Are you sure you're not in crisis right now? 25 chicken nuggets is crazy. Diabolical, my friend. That's a lot of chicken nuggets. I stop at 10. Holy shit. That's crazy. Was that a meal, or was that you've been craving chicken for 3 days? I understand. But if you've been craving chicken for 3 days in nugget form? Yeah, it's a lot of salt. So, okay. Did you have something to offset how much salt there was on that? Like, you know, some water. Because I'm just like, damn, is that a meal or part of a meal? Like, I love this song. Let's see if it does the transition in this song properly, though. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, I'm stuck on the ladder. There it goes, yep. Wow, okay. You just got over 2 major sicknesses at the same time. Take care of yourself. Drink some water. $30? Like, the only situation that I would find myself eating 30 chicken nuggets is if it was a contest. And I don't do that kind of thing, so I wouldn't be in an eating contest of any sort. But if I was, if there was like money on it, then I might eat that many, but that's just crazy. That's got to be more than a whole chicken at that point, right? Like the equivalent of several chickens. Alright, here we go. Pipe. Oh, we're getting Harper Shaw's text. The Merman's Missing Gems group chat. Fellow fans of mystery, anyone got any juicy theories as to who might have stolen the Merman's gems? It was the mayor! How do you not know that? Yeah, grilled nuggets is sus. Where are you getting grilled nuggets? Oh, you made them. Okay, to be fair, I have made grilled nuggets. So I understand. Because I was making them for, like, wraps. Okay, that's kind of cool, actually. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm like, where the fuck would they sell grilled nuggets? Like, Let me get down onto that. You didn't pound the chicken to make them processed? Pound. They probably sell those at Chick-fil-A. Probably. But, that's not how they process chicken. The pounding the chicken is to tenderize, not to process. Processed chicken is essentially blended and then molded into a form. But I've made grilled chicken nuggets, so I understand. I would make a big batch of grilled chicken nuggets, and then if they would be heavily seasoned, by the way, heavily seasoned, and then I would put them in like wraps with like basmati rice or you know, that kind of thing, you know. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Pipe. It doesn't even say on the thing what type of pipe it is. It just says pipe. Well, not like a burrito wrap. It was like a pita type situation, or naan. Hey now. Okay. I'm just gonna say it one more time. Pipe. You said whole. Whole schlicken. Wow. Wow. Breath of Fire 2, despite the terrible translation, was one of the it was like one of the first games that I remember giving like real feels, you know. But hey, shout out to Breath of Fire. Shout out to Dragon Quest 1's remake that was actually giving feels. From Dragon Quest 1? What? I was like, I can't believe they killed off Arm Twister, this character that wasn't in the original and I shouldn't give a fuck about. And there was actually feels happening. Hey, we're at 52%. Get higher. I must get higher. I love bell peppers. Are you cooking them or are you eating them raw? Well, the green ones you really kind of gotta cook because they don't taste right raw. But I found the orange ones are really tasty raw. You just cut them into slivers. Give them a little dusting of salt, not a lot, right? And they're a great snack. You could dip it in hummus. Oh, ranch. Ranch. Hold on, I got some ranch for your ass. Hold on. I got some ranch for you. Here's your ranch. Ranch. If you're gonna dip them in a salad dressing, like at least make a Thousand Island or something, you know? Like, oh, that window's actually clean. Fuck. Like I could stop spraying it now. It's been clean. Ranch. Try it with hummus. Trust me on this. Just get yourself a little hummus and dip those peppers in hummus. That pipe's still not clean, by the way. Oh, the pipe mount. Pipe mount! Yo! Game said pipe mount. It's probably the other side of it anyway. Pipe mount. Hey, baby, wanna mount my pipe? Oh, yeah. There we go. Pipe mount. Oh, I am 12, and what is this? Okay. I like this song. This is dungeon music from Breath of Fire 2. And I always felt that this might have influenced the Ruins theme from not Deltarune, from Undertale. Oh, dude, don't start with the energy drinks. You're gonna dehydrate yourself and you can give yourself heart problems. Don't start. I'm telling you. It's a bad road. And kidney stones, yeah, big thing. You're gonna get kidney stones, you're gonna get heart problems, you're gonna be dehydrated, you're gonna feel like shit. And then you're gonna think, oh, I feel like shit, let me drink another monster, and you just perpetuate it. You're young, so your body can handle it. But if you get into the habit, you're going to have a hard time stopping when you're in your 30s and your doctor's telling you, lay off the fucking energy drinks. I'm telling you, it's a bad mess that you're going to get yourself into with energy drinks. Especially seeing what your diet is. Trust me, I'm telling you this from a place of love and care. Peace and love. Peace and love. Stop with the fucking energy drinks. Okay, so I want you to read what you just said back to yourself and then ask yourself, does this sound like something an addict would say? You know what I mean? It's sort of like you're doing the I could stop anytime thing, you know? It's not all the time. I could stop anytime I want, you know? I'm telling you. That's a bad situation that you do not want to be in. You have to trust me on this. Do you only get points after you finish the level? I gotta check that. I think the points come at the end. You just get money throughout the level. But you said need. You didn't say want. You said need. You said I only drink it if I need it. That's a psychological need. I'm telling you, trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you only get points at the end of the level. Your brain's not stupid. It's addicted to something. Also, you've been through an emotional trauma recently, so I'm just saying, take care of yourself a little better. It's important. Yeah, and when you're recovering from being sick, you gotta kind of coddle your body a little bit. Like, I understand the emotional need for, my God, I couldn't eat properly. I was so sick. I really just want chicken. And then you go and you eat 30 chicken nuggets and you drink a ton of Sprite. I understand that. That is coddling your brain. But you also got to coddle your body. Give yourself water. I'm not saying don't eat all the chicken nuggets you want and all that stuff. Drink fucking water. I'm not saying don't drink Sprite. I'm saying drink fucking water. What do you see me do like 50 times a stream? This isn't vodka. It's water. Drink water. I'm telling you. You will feel better. Your body needs water, so drink that shit. Your body needs water, so drink that shit. Read a book, read a book, read a motherfucking book. Not a sports page, not a magazine, but a book, fella. A fucking book, fella. No, don't drink a gallon of water. You just go drink a gallon of water all at once, you are going to throw up. Nah, don't joke about this. This is your health. You see these bottles of water? You probably have something similar to this, right? This is just under 17 ounces, right? You just drink like 3 of these throughout the day, right? Not all at once, right? Because if you do it all at once, what's going to happen? You're just going to pee it out. It doesn't stay in your body long enough, right? And if you also do that, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. You're absolutely not going to want to do it. Just have a bottle of water nearby, and just every once in a while, you sip at it. Now, I need more water than you do. And the reason is because I talk constantly. Because that's like literally my job. So I need more water than you do, which is why I told you drink 3 of them and not like 6 like I do. But you absolutely need to drink water. Oh, we got it. All right. Cuddy Sarkeesian's texting me. Yeah, I know exactly who it was. Peter Wrangler, 38 Acacia Avenue. He's always moaning about Merman Hum. Plus, he owns an angle grinder. I know, because he's always cutting bricks in his yard. Case closed. Oh, this is going to be mob violence. That guy didn't do it. The mayor did it. I know the mayor did it. Other than that being really obvious, just based on the fact that I know what kind of motherfucker he is, he was talking about the Merman gem theft and saying, it doesn't really need to be investigated. It's not important. There's going to be mob violence, bro. But it's going to be like British mob violence. Your body needs water, so drink that shit. Your body needs water, so drink that shit. Be the mods versus the rockers. Now you're making me think of the Mad Mod from the Teen Titans. Hey now. Hey now. Quadrophenia 2. Oh no! Alright. It's really just the roof at this point. Clean the gutters here. Yeah, it's fucking weird. You ever see the movie they made out of Tommy? That was also just very strange. Like, what was that part with the baked beans? I don't remember that being in Tommy. Like, what? That was Who's Next. Or no, that was the Who Sell Out, rather. Which version of MasterChef? Because there's been a hell of a lot of them. I think it started in Australia, MasterChef. The original, so likely the Australian version. I'm pretty sure that was the OG. What's weird is that everybody knows the American MasterChef with like Gordon Ramsay and other judges, but there actually was an attempt at an American MasterChef years ago that was like on PBS or something. Rice is a good way to see if you can keep food down, yeah. But when you're... I'll give you an even easier one, to be honest with you. Because, you know, you gotta cook rice and everything, and then if you can't keep it down, it's a big waste. Crackers. Right? Pretzels. Those are good to see if you could handle food because they're mild, they're easy on your stomach. Toast, yeah, toast is a good one. And it also, like crackers and pretzels and toast, it absorbs a lot of the stomach acid and shit going on down there, you know? It sounds like you're eating pretty good. I mean, you need to just hydrate. You need to hydrate. Oh, I know the brat diet. That's where you eat a brat stall. No. It's a all bratwurst all day, every day, right? Bananas, rice, apple toast. Yeah, that is good because you're getting bread. You're getting fiber, you're getting sugars, you're getting potassium. Hop on my banana, baby. It's got everything. I don't know what Liquid 4 is. I didn't even know they had a Liquid 2 or 3. The fuck is Liquid 4? It's the Liquid IV. Oh, you drank it or it was intravenous? Because now IV is intravenous. You don't drink that shit. That goes in your fucking veins from a needle. You're not supposed to drink that. Let me just drink this pure glucose. I've never heard it. Let me look this up. It's a water. Oh, it's a water flavor. Oh, okay. So you put it in water. Well, that means you're drinking water then. That's good. Boom, 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 boom. Ba, 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 ba. It's a very steep angle on this roof. They claim it hydrates you faster. We try liquid 4. Yeah, where liquid 2 and 3 come out. Actually, if you and let me tell you something, Zellman. If you are having issues with hydration, like if you ever dehydrated, like water will keep you hydrated, right? Water will keep you hydrated. But if you are dehydrated, and you'll know that you're dehydrated. I'm gonna tell you how you know you're dehydrated. If your piss is yellow, you're dehydrated. It should be almost completely clear. So if you're pissing and it's yellow, especially if it's like a dark yellow, you're dehydrated. So at that point, water is not going to cut it. You need electrolytes. So that liquid IV is good. Gatorade is good. You know, sports drinks, that kind of thing. But once you get to the point where you're peeing clear or close to clear, that's when you can just use water. But let's be real, Gatorade also tastes good, so you know. Like, it's not just good for you, it also tastes amazing, right? I think we've had the discussion many times of everybody's favorite Gatorade flavors. I'm just anything but cherry, I'm good. Lemon lime's my favorite. You like body armor? Is that a flavor? Body armor. That's like a freaking power-up in Doom. It's a drink. Bro, they come up with some stupid names for drinks. It's a Gatorade clone. Oh, okay. I think Powerade is my favorite sports drink. They used to have Powerade at McDonald's. Like, you just get the blue Powerade as your drink. I wish it wasn't the blue kind, but hey, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? No, I don't remember any of this shit. I don't know what you're talking... Prime? What, Twitch Prime? Amazon Prime, right? It is true. The ice blue Gatorade is pretty fucking... It's the tits. And that's the way you would be having it at McDonald's, but... Some McDonald's still have it, but not a whole lot of them. Sort of like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel. Sometimes you'll come across a McDonald's that'll have it, but usually it's not a thing. This is the most Baroque-ass song on the soundtrack. Liquid 4. Like, damn, they up to 4? When are they gonna release Liquid Tactics? Liquid Advent Children. There are a few songs on the soundtrack that do use harpsichord, which I find to be very charming. Not this one, obviously, but... I do like that each Breath of Fire game has its own sort of, like, feel to the soundtrack. You want a Long John? Well, let me just stand up and... No. What is a Long John donut? What is that? Here's your Long John. The chocolate cream in the center. Isn't that just an eclair? I've never heard Long John... I've heard of Long John Silver. What the fuck is a Long John donut? I gotta look this up. Hold on. Never heard that before. Let's see. Long John donut. That's an eclair. It's literally an eclair. A Long John, also known as a bar, eclair, or finger donut. Okay. Where I grew up, we called them eclairs. There's obviously a regional difference, that's all. That's what Wikipedia says. I skipped the Google AI. I went right to Wikipedia. Let me ask you a question. Where are you from, Zeldaman? Where are you from, exactly? I feel like, I don't know that. Oh, wait, Bobby Wicks is... Hate to break it to you, Cuddy, but don't think it was Pete, mate. Illinois? Okay. Oh, now Joe Average. His name is literally Joe Average. According to the press release, the merman was guarded 24/7 by a state-of-the-art security force. No way an average Joe could do it. You're Joe Average! Oh, here comes Fran Shepard. What about someone with access to Sponge Valley tech? Blake Thrust? As my Long John. Long John's underwear. Except he disappeared, though? Yeah, Blake Thrust went in the time machine. Okay, where you're from, what is a Boston cream? Because in, like, most of the country, a Boston cream donut is a filled donut with chocolate glaze on the top, and in the middle is cream. But I heard about this. There's one place where it doesn't have cream. It has cherries in it. And I gotta tell you something. If I order a Boston cream donut, which is not super likely, but every once in a while, right? It's not my favorite. And I bite into it, and there's cherries in the inside. It's a wrap at that point. I can tell you, it's a fucking wrap, bro. You know, I don't know what to tell you. It's a wrap. Like, I will not be responsible for my actions at that point forward. This is the harpsichord song. This is the harpsichord song. Doo-doo-doo. I mean, it's like Super Nintendo sound font, but still. You think it's a Calliope? It could be, but I think that's just because it's a Super Nintendo, you know? That dun 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 dun. I think that's harpsichord. I think it's supposed to be harpsichord, is what I should say. It's obviously not a literal harpsichord. What's a horseshoe open sandwich? That I gotta look up. Hold on, don't even tell me. I'm just gonna look it up. I want to know what a horseshoe open sandwich is. Horseshoe open sandwich. What? That's not what I typed? Let's try that again. Okay. Alright. It looks like fries on a plate. Let's see. It's Texas toast with a hamburger patty, french fries, and cheese sauce. Yep, that's good. That sounds good to me. Why do they call it horseshoe? They have something similar to that. They don't call it horseshoe, but they have something similar to that, like upstate New York. Here's the main theme from Breath of Fire 2. Do 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 do. Garbage plate, yes. Very similar. It doesn't have the Texas toast on it, but it's the same sort of idea. The Rochester Garbage Plate. Not an appetizing name, but it's good. You think it looks like a horseshoe? I don't see... You ever seen a horseshoe? What? Wait, hold on. I was on Wikipedia. Maybe it'll explain it. The horseshoe name has been variously attributed to the horseshoe-like shape of a slice of bone-in ham, or to the horseshoe-like arrangement of potato wedges around the ham. But they don't use ham anymore. They use a burger patty, so it's sort of like the artifact name, I guess. Fun times in Springfield again, still Springfield. It did say that they could use a variety of different meals, but that the original tradition was ham, and that now it's the most popular is hamburger. I wonder how long it'll take the group chat to suspect the mayor. Oh, hi, Mayor. It's the mayor, look. Listen to that harp, though. Harp played by Craig Ferguson. Alright, that ain't working for me. I need a better angle. Is that your new hit single? What is on that that's not clean? Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. Shit. Hold on. YouTube doesn't know if I'm still alive. Yes, I'm watching it still. Dick. Well, it kind of sounds like if you're in that area, you could probably get them anywhere. Uptown Eating. No two places do them the same. So it's kind of like the cheesesteak, right? Like where like no matter where you are in Philly, you can get a cheesesteak, but each place is different. And the locals all have their opinions over which place does it exactly right and that all the rest are garbage. Well, that's probably why it's called that. Well, they gotta cater to the local clientele, right? To the what the neighborhood wants. Not sit there and tell you that Cherry's going to Boston Cream Donut. Waiting for the ping now. I don't think I know this song. Hold on, what part of the game is this? It's called Gimme a Chance. BLT Club is like one of those things that you'd order to test out to see if a diner's any good, right? Like, if they can't get a BLT Club right, then you know that place ain't shit. God damn, what on this side of the roof is not clean? Oh, right there. It's probably like, this side of it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is the sadness song I know. Not that Gonads and Strife shit. Ham and Eggs is a good one, yeah. Oh yeah, I've had that kind of thing, like a burrito burger kind of situation. To be honest, if you're at a diner and you ask for anything, they'll do it if you ask nicely, right? Like, diners are usually extremely accommodating. As long as you ask them nicely, they'll make whatever the fuck you want. I don't see no lettuce. If you get it, you get it. Real American heroes. Diners don't shout funny names in the back anymore. Yeah, that's it. You know what? You're right. It's been a long time since I've experienced that, you know? Probably because Family Guy ruined it for everybody. Imagine that. Family Guy ruining something. Great. Yeah, I saw it on a YouTube short. It was like this old clip of them making fun of diners doing that. And I was like, well, there you go. Now they're going to stop doing that because all these assholes are going to show up at the diner and start expecting to see that. Hibachi burrito. I could see that working. Honestly, like, just about any food could be enjoyed in burrito form, so... Okay, maybe not soup, right? But most foods could be enjoyed in burrito form. I'm washing my cock. Tell me you don't wash your cock. I turned to Diedrich Bader for a moment there. This is Cock Talk with Diedrich Bader. Just here to say, everybody wash your cocks today. As a matter of fact, you should wash your cocks every day because you don't want some guy with a power washer coming by and hurting your cock. You don't want it, trust me. It might sound pleasant, you might be intrigued, you might be curious, but it's going to be painful. Now maybe you're into pain, and that's fine. But it's going to cause damage to your cock, and you don't want that, trust me. This is Diedrich Bader signing off from Cock Talk. Da, 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 da. At this point, I need to ask, is this diner paying you to advertise for them? Because you realize we're not local, we can't go there, right? I get it, you're reminiscing. It's just like, damn. Do you work for them? Like, what's going on? Hey. Make sure you get the top of your cock, because that's, some people, they don't get the top. They paid you in the past? Damn! They should pay you again for all this advertising you're doing. Oh, this is the saddest song. It doesn't sound sad, but if you know what this Lufia-ass song, where it is in the story, you'd understand. This is some sad shit. Ah, the truth comes out all over your face and your chest. Did you, you wash the dishes real good? Yeah, shill. Ban this man from life. I cast thee out. Oh my god. Y'all tripping. Chat popping today, man. Yo. Oh, yeah. Ba ba ba. So this is the song that plays in Breath of Fire 2 when you're riding on the bird. And if you know the amount of emotional trauma you have to do to get that bird, you understand why I say it's the saddest song in the game. Oh, this is the St. Ebba's theme remix. It starts out like every other church song, and then it gets funky. Those funky monks. Brass monkey. That funky monkey. Why were people upset with Xenogears for having an anti-church message when Breath of Fire's whole story could be summed up as the Catholic Church is pure evil? Like, hey, by the way, yeah, they're evil, and they're feeding into the devil, and sacrificing children, and yeah, you get to turn into a dragon and destroy them. It's cool. It's like, nobody gave a shit. This is Sonia Alamudden. Honestly, guys, I don't care who stole them. Only who gets them back. They were priceless, not to mention scientifically inexplicable. They didn't play it, you're probably right. We all have no idea how they work. Everybody was upset at Xenogears, like, oh, they said Jesus is an alien! Okay. So what? It's a video game. Calm your tits. Oh! Well, that's unfortunate. I just fell off the roof due to sheer inattentiveness. I was just like, oh! Good thing there's no fall damage. Oh, wait, oh, hold on. Found something that I neglected. I can't believe the fucking scissor lift broke earlier. Yeah, but Breath of Fire 2 wasn't like Jesus is an alien. It was just like Church is evil. This is Church is demonic. Like, okay, fair enough. Nobody gave a fuck. Everybody was worried about Mortal Kombat at that point in time. Like, oh no, that poor man. He got his heart ripped out by Kano. Oh no, Sub-Zero ripped a guy's head off. This is the moral decay of everything. Damn, it kind of sounds like he could have scored with her. She's after that young meat. She's sus as fuck. Why mention that she was divorced? Because maybe he did score with her and he's saying it wasn't wrong because she was single at the time. It's okay, she wasn't married. I mean, she was, but not anymore. Okay, no. Okay, but here's okay. Here's what Alice is getting at, since it obviously went over your head there. Who cares? You like everyone knew, but how is that relevant to the story that you're telling? It comes off a little judgy, to be honest with you. That's what Alice was getting at, and obviously you weren't picking it up. When you were like, well, she was divorced twice, but she was nice. Like, you're saying divorced twice like it was a negative. Like, that's a bad thing. Oh, God. I love this song. Maybe I'm just a sucker for harps. Just, ooh, yeah, pluck it. Pluck it good. I'm a sucker for any plucked instrument. Harps, bass guitar. Guys in her life were horrible. Yeah, so why is that like... Why does it feel like it was a negative quantity when you said that? I'm gonna read what you said. She was divorced twice, though, but a nice boss. It's almost like, yeah, she was divorced twice, but she was nice. Like, why is that relevant to the story at all? Also, why are we still talking about this diner from, like, the Paleolithic era? Like, we've been talking about this for way too long. That's probably the side. Whoop. Placing equipment is so much easier in this game than it was in the first one. Ba, 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 ba. Hey! Okay. 82%. Hey. What about this one? Is that clean? Yeah, no, it's not. Oh. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what kind of crazy DLCs we get for this game. I understand that. It's just that you've been harping on the one diner for a really long time. And the stories get weirder with each passing moment. Because now you're just like, kind of like, I almost scored with my boss. And we're just like, what? Yeah. It certainly sounds like she's like, I need that young stuff. At least you were 18. That's the only positive thing I could take away from that. If you were younger, that would have been... it's still a problem, but it would have been more of a problem. I'm under no delusions that an 18-year-old is an actual adult. Was Cillian Murphy at least good in it? He is a really good actor. What was it called? Enough about the diner! I want to hear about this movie. Speaking of bass guitar, there it was. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Breakfast on Pluto? Yeah, I've never heard of that. Was that from like really early in his career, like pre-Batman, or? I've never heard of it. They were like, once Batman Begins came out, everybody was like, they wanted a piece of this guy in 2006, so around that time. You're not a fan of his chili because it... Bro, beans and chili is so good! Whoa, what kind of beans, though? To me, I have a hard time imagining chili without beans. Like, I know a lot of recipes don't use beans, but I like it with beans. Chicken and beans, chicken and beans. You better get you some chicken and beans. Kind of goes with, like, Breath of Fire 2's, like, climactic ending song, you know? Chicken and beans, chicken and beans. I mentioned that Breath of Fire 1 was very, like, Ghosts and Goblins-y with the soundtrack. This song... This is like a Mega Man song. Pinto beans? Yeah, that's the best kind of beans to use for chili. In my opinion. Some people like black beans or kidney beans better, but I like the pinto beans the best. Your father sounds like he makes a good chili. Well, hi to your dad as well. My Gavanen. If he doesn't know, that's just like Elvish hello. Liam Neeson, Brendan Gleeson, Stephen Ray. That it's an interesting cast, but sounds like kind of a cringy movie. Do you remember that horror movie that Cillian Murphy did, like, right after Batman? I think it was called, like, Red Eye or something. That was some weird shit. Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're exactly giving it a good review, right? I know, you've told me that. Are you going to be there for my Christmas stream? Speaking of the Lord of the Rings... I mean, I'm not reading the Lord of the Rings, but I'm reading Tolkien. Oh, fell off the roof. Red Eye. I've never actually saw Red Eye, but I remember, like, because he played the Scarecrow, everybody was thinking of him as this, like, scary guy. So, well, yeah, we're going to be reading... Brian Cox is in it. I want to like him, but he's such a shithead. We're reading The Letters from Father Christmas by Tolkien. Probably like this, yeah. Close it. But that's when you get to close the door in people's faces and say, "You cannot pass." You did that once in your boss. Good. Most bosses would be like, "Don't do that." Don't do that. You cannot pass. I am a servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of honor. You cannot pass. The dark flame shall not avail you, flame of Udun. You cannot pass. Go back to the shadows. You cannot pass. It's weird because whenever I read the Lord of the Rings for streams, I do the Ian McKellen voice for Gandalf, but when I'm reading it privately, I do not imagine Ian McKellen. And I know that sounds weird because he's so good, but that's not who I see as Gandalf. I see, in my head, it's J.K. Simmons. It was never Ian McKellen, to be honest. Like, he's great, but I just never saw him as Gandalf until I saw the movie. So, I always thought it would be like a Christopher Plummer or a Max von Sydow sort of situation. To be honest, I think Max von Sydow would have been the best possible Gandalf. It's just they didn't even ask him, though. At that point, he was like mostly not acting very much, so like he did movies here and there, but I think the last thing I saw him in was like The Minority Report. There we go. Oh, that's right. Wait, are you? I thought that was Christopher Plummer that was in Skyrim. I tend to avoid that character because he wants you to kill Parthenax. Esbern was Max von Sydow. Why was I thinking it was Christopher Plummer? Let me look this up. God, that was Max von Sydow. You're right. Shit. That's cool. I think he would have made... Oh, they were both in it. That's the thing. Okay. I think he would have made an amazing Gandalf in an alternate reality. You know what I mean? I think he would have been perfect. And if you want to get a sense of what Max von Sydow would have been like as Gandalf, really just watch The Exorcist. He's only in it for like the end bit, but everything about his demeanor seemed to be like Gandalf to me. Yeah, 92%. We haven't had a gimmick level in like a while. So I'm hoping we get one soon where it has like the moving parts or, you know, something gimmicky like that couldn't have been done in the first game. My bad. Just fell off a motherfucker. No, back, you're too late. You look back and you were... Okay, did I ever tell you... I know I've told this story on stream multiple times. Oh, really? I've seen the Half-Life community was kind of in shambles. I don't know what it's about, though. Did I ever tell you, Zeldaman, or have you heard... I've told it on stream a few times, but I don't know if you were here for it. The bacon story. From when I worked at Wendy's when I was a teen. Have you heard the bacon story? Oh, okay. I will tell the bacon story. So, I was, Oh, still with that? Come on. Still with that? They love to be disappointed, don't they? Anyway. The bacon story. Let me tell this. When I worked at Wendy's, I was like about 17 years old, and you know, this is the same local Wendy's that I would still go to. But anyway, it was very busy. It was in the middle of the summer. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's terrible, but funny. I'm switching from hopium to meth. Damn, bro. That's tough. Alright, I'm gonna tell the story. So, it was the summer, and it was very, very busy. There was a big line wrapped around the salad bar. Wendy's used to have a salad bar. This was 1997. Actually, it was 1998. And, so, along comes this guy who doesn't get on the line. He comes straight to the front. And when you're working that cashier position and you see somebody bypass the line and go straight to the front, you know it's because they have some sort of issue. They're not trying to order food, right? And I can see that he's got a sandwich in his hand. So I'm figuring there's something wrong with it, right? So I go up to him between customers and I say, "Well, can I help you?" And he says that he ordered the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, but he didn't have bacon on it. Now, this guy was being very nice. You know, he wasn't like, you made my sandwich wrong, kind of situation. Because I think he recognizes that I didn't make the sandwich at all. I'm just the guy who punches the buttons, and you know what I mean? And there's always the possibility that I could have punched the wrong button, but he didn't know that. And I looked at his order, and I saw... he had his receipt and everything. He was like, it said bacon. So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get that remade for you real quick, right?" So I go back to the sandwich station, and the sandwich girl is there. She's about 16, 17 years old, and she was both good under stress and terrible under stress at the same time. If you've ever met somebody like this where when they work under stress, they do a really good job, but also she had a really bad attitude when she was stressed. So it was like she was really good at what she was doing, but also the more stressed it became, the worse her fucking mouth became, right? So I was just like, showed her the burger. I say, "Hey, yo, Junior Bacon Cheeseburger is supposed to have bacon on it. Can you remake this for me?" And she's like, yeah. Right? So, I go back up and I say, "It'll just be one moment," and, sort of like, and I go back Because, you know, this girl, she makes a sandwich in like fucking half a second. She's really good at it, right? So I get it. I hand it to the guy. I say, all right, here you go, sir. He leaves, right? A few minutes go by and he's back. Right? He's back. Because I don't know how this happened, but she made it without bacon the second time. Even though I said Junior Bacon Cheeseburger is supposed to have bacon on it. I thought it was just, you know, minor little oversight, but she did it again, right? Now, at this point, this guy may have actually been within his rights to be a total Karen. But he didn't. He didn't go Karen. He didn't get angry. He almost seemed apologetic, like he was bothering me. You know? And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, it still doesn't have bacon. And I'm like, what? And the thought did cross my mind. Is this guy just picking off the bacon and eating it? Right? And then coming back and be like, but no, because I could tell by looking at it that it was a completely different thing, you know, because the one with bacon on it doesn't have as many vegetables as the, you know, it's a whole thing. But anyway, so I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know how this happened. I'm gonna make sure that it's right this time. I'm gonna visually see. No, this is the junior, not the single. It's a smaller patty. The single is like a quarter-pound thing. This is a smaller thing. There are two junior. There's a junior bacon cheeseburger and there's a junior deluxe. The junior deluxe is like the single, just scaled down with the smaller patty, but it has everything that the single has on it. Whereas the junior bacon cheeseburger is different. So I'm just like, oh my, I'm gonna visually make sure that there's bacon on this before you get it, right? Because what the fuck, right? And it's really busy, you know what I mean? And this guy is like being nice about it when at this point, I think he kind of had the right to be a little bit of a Karen if he wanted to, you know what I mean? Like, because if it was me, I would have been like, what the fuck, bro? Like, come on, twice, right? I would have been a little pissed. This guy was being so nice. So I go back and I show her the sandwich and I was like, how could you get this wrong twice? Right? It's just not in some people's nature. That's very true. Very true. How could you get this wrong twice? I said bacon cheeseburger and you made it without bacon again. And she looks at me and you can tell she's having a bad day, right? Hold on, I gotta change soundtracks here. She's having a bad day. I will resume the story in just a moment. Why not Breath of Fire 3? Alright. Why not Zoidberg? She's having a terrible day. And she looks at me and she says, I don't understand what you want. Now I'm getting angry. Because guess who else is having a bad day? This fucking guy right here. There's a line out the salad bar, and I got a guy who came back twice because she doesn't understand that bacon cheeseburger has fucking bacon on it, right? And it's just putting me behind and stressing me out. And she goes, I don't understand what you want. And I said, I want you to make the bacon cheeseburger. And I'm like, and I'm not going to walk away. I'm going to stand here and watch you make it, because if that guy has to come back again, then what the fuck, right? So she's like, I'm not making it. That's what she said. I'm not making it. And I go, the fuck you ain't? Now, by the way, at this point, the restaurant starts to get a little quieter because people are listening, right? They're listening in. And when I said, the fuck you ain't, everybody's like, oh, something's going on, right? You know what I mean? Something's going on. God, I wish this happened a few years later when everybody had cell phones, right? And I said, it's your job to make the sandwich, now make the fucking sandwich. I don't know. Now, this is why your story reminded me of this. because, ooh, yeah, onions and mustard, that sounds good. I didn't know that the manager is behind me. And she didn't know that the manager is behind me because the manager was a short little woman and I'm a big guy. So she doesn't see the manager through me, right? Even, at 17 years old, I'm tall, I'm broad, it's just, you're not seeing a small lady behind me. So I don't know she's behind me. She doesn't know she's behind me. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have refused to make a sandwich. And I wouldn't know she was behind me, otherwise I would have used less profanity. But anyway, I gotta stop playing. I gotta tell the story. So I said, the fuck you ain't. Make the goddamn sandwich. It's your job. And she kind of starts making it. She gets a bun and she starts with the mayonnaise and all this, right? And then before she gets halfway through it, she goes, I'm not making it! And she throws it at me. The half-made sandwich. But now, keep in mind, I'm like 2 feet away. But somehow she still kind of missed. Like, it just sort of glanced off my arm like it got me there. There was like a little glob of mayo and mustard right there and ketchup. But it didn't really hit the mark, right? And this is like when it becomes like a Western where the saloon falls silent. This is what happened. The whole fucking restaurant goes down. Everybody's like, like there was this intake of breath. Nobody's saying anything. And I snapped. I just looked down at my arm. I see the little glob of sauce. I just kind of go like that, right? And I look at her, and she's looking up at me with this look like, oh my God, what is he gonna do? I crossed the line that I shouldn't have crossed. And I just reached into the sandwich station. And I picked up a handful of bacon. And I said, this is what bacon looks like! And I just throw it, like, right at her. And it just gets her in the face. And there was, like, a piece of bacon dangling off her ear. And she just burst into laughter because it's funny. You just got a face full of bacon, I said, this is what bacon looks like. Slam, right? And she's got a face full of bacon. She starts laughing. Everybody starts laughing except for me. Well, okay, there were 2 people that weren't laughing. Me and the customer. Everybody else is laughing. He's horrified because he's thinking, oh my God, oh my God. Like he was such a sheepish, like Ned Flanders guy, And meanwhile, I'm furious. I don't see the funny in it. I don't think it's funny at all. The day after, I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Today, I think it's the funniest thing in the world. But at that moment, I didn't see it as being amusing in the least. I was pissed. Like, how dare you throw food at me? Like what the fuck is wrong with you? So I gave her a face full of bacon. And then I just kind of pushed her aside gently. And I made the sandwich myself. And I'm just like, just making it very carefully. I never made the sandwiches, but I knew how. And I made the sandwich, and I wrapped it up, and I turn around, and there's the manager who's standing there looking at me like this. Hold on, I gotta switch scenes for this. She's looking at me like. Now, a few things to mention. One is it was like 3 minutes to the end of my shift. And oh no, all right. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll finish once he's out of the ad because he's never heard the story before. We had food fights in school all the time. Not in high school, but in junior high. It would happen maybe once a month. And me and everybody else, all the guys in my class would all do the same thing when a food fight broke out, is we would just go under the table and wait for it to be over. We're just like, oh, here's this shit again. because it got crazy. Like, it wasn't like in the movies where everybody's like, "Oh, hamburger," you know. It was like violent. It was crazy. These food fights. But can you imagine a food fight at a Wendy's between? I mean, this wasn't really a food fight. This was she threw one thing at me and I threw one thing at her, and that was over. You know. But yeah. I thought he was subscribed. Alright, I gotta make this louder. Hold on. Oh yeah, actual fights happen too. But yeah, about once a month or so, there would be a food fight. In junior high. It never happened in high school. In high school, it would be like real fights. I thought you were subscribed. Okay, where did I leave? Like, tell me what I was saying when the ad started so that I could pick it up properly. Okay, so the manager, I turn around and I have the sandwich made and it's all wrapped up, and she's like, she's laughing her ass off, which, by the way, made me angrier because this was the most angry that I'd ever been at that point in time. And I'm just like, how dare you laugh, you know? Then, like I said, the next thing she said, you gotta admit that was funny. And I was like, yeah, it was. It's just at the moment, it wasn't to me. I was very in my own feelings at the time. So I couldn't see the funny. And she's like, you see it now? And I'm like, hell yeah, I see it now. That shit was gold. Of course I didn't get fired. I didn't. Look, yeah, I threw a pile of bacon at her. It was 100% provoked. And I was trying to please the customer. You know, the guy was being very patient. Anyway, so a few things to notice about this. One is that it was like 3 minutes to the end of my shift. And the other is that I didn't know this, but my sister was on the line because my dad was there to pick me up. And she came in to buy like a Frosty or something. Oh yeah, I'm getting to that. Let me tell the story. So, this is what I did because I didn't know my sister was there. So I just, like, the manager's laughing. I just walk right past her, and I go up to the guy and I'm like, "Here's your sandwich, sir. It has bacon on it." And he's just like, "Thank you." You know, I want to hear the story from his. I want to hear the way that he tells the story, actually. But anyway, and then I look at the manager and I go, "I'm leaving." I'm leaving. I was so fucking angry. And she's just like, yeah. You know, like, yeah, you're leaving. Okay. You know, and I went and I clocked out. And I go outside and, you know, here's my dad's car, you know. And I said, all right, let's go. I'm so pissed. I'm like, let's go. And he's like, we gotta wait for your sister. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, she went in to buy a Frosty. And I'm like, ah, fuck, she's inside and she saw that. I didn't want to talk about it at this moment, right? I didn't want to tell the story. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want no part of this shit. Because I was still really, really pissed off. And so I was just like sitting there and he's like, so how was your day? And I'm like, ugh. You know, it was terrible. You know, and then she gets in the car with her fucking Frosty or whatever the fuck, right? And she's like, yo, John went crazy. And my dad's like, what? He's like, he went crazy, he threw bacon at somebody. And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh no, now I gotta tell the story. Wait, what's not clean? A corner frame and a silo cap. Oh, the silo cap's over there, but let's get this corner frame. That's the bacon story. There we go. Hope you enjoyed it. But when you said that you did the whole Gandalf routine and then you didn't know your manager was there and they thought it was funny, that's what I thought of as the bacon story. Because I had no idea that she was behind me. I missed the cap? Wow, no cap. Hey! Jump up completed. Let's check this out. Yo, check this shit out. This took me like 2 hours to do that barn. Word, indeed. Yo, what up, Matt? Wow, not sure what I was expecting exactly, but this is incredible. Get ready. Sorry, I can't hear the song without doing that. Almost forgot it was this color. I might even have to muddy it up a bit so people won't believe we're working farm. I'm kidding, of course. Fantastic job. All right, let's go to the home base. Ba, 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 ba. I also noticed earlier that all the jobs I've completed are marked on the map, and then like that's where the next job is. So that's kind of cool. All right, how many points did I have now? Baba. Oh, we're just short of $2,000. But I have the 1,200. Okay, hold on. I wasted $600, but I have the 1,200, so I can get the extra long Johnson. Let's buy the extra long. Let's buy the correct extra long Johnson. I bought the wrong one before. The Urban X Max extra long extension. Boing. So the next thing that I would want to buy would probably be the Urban Extreme. That's $12,000. That's gonna take a bit, but wait, hold on. Didn't I buy it? Am I on the wrong washer? Oh my god, I'm on the wrong washer. No wonder that took longer than it should have. Bro. I had the wrong washer equipped. But wait a minute. How come I can't extend it? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Hey! Boing. It's because I was too close, maybe? I don't know. Boing. Because that's the long one I've been using. That's the extra long. But I was not using the proper washer. All right, let's see what the next job is. The stone circle. Okay. All right, so this is from Park Ranger Adams. I'm already impressed. Not everyone can follow coordinates, you know. In fact, I can name 3 local power washers who can't. To fill you in, after those amazing monuments in the desert turned out to be linked to an ancient aquatic race, it suddenly dawned on me that this monument on a national park might be linked to them in some way. I don't mind admitting that it's currently got me more stumped than the rooted remains of a felled tree, but like all things, it will only reveal itself once again. Once clean, rather. I wonder if this is a multi-stage job. I'm hoping there's some kind of gimmick to this. It doesn't look like a very big job. I was using the wrong washer. No wonder I was having issues. No, he's texting me. I shouldn't have taken 2 hours. So, what do you think? Any ideas what it might be yet? Oh, it's the same color as the scheme as the pyramid from the last game. No, it's still too early soon. I'll leave you to it. Ping! Alright. So yeah, Breath of Fire 1 was like romance. Breath of Fire 2 was like Baroque. Breath of Fire 3 is like jazz. Jazz with a slight bit of techno thrown in. I wasn't using the... I do like jazz. It's kind of like the same thing that goes on in my head. You know. Oh wait, is that like a separate thing? Oh, it is. Okay. These runes are their own thing. I'm starting to think this is a numbering system. That's my guess. That's like a 0, and this would be like a 1 or something. You know what I mean? Actually, this is probably not a 1. This is probably a 2. That's probably the 1. Hell, let me look at it. That's kind of almost the same symbol. Let me compare them. It's different. It's very subtly different, but it is different. Alright, whatever. Bop, 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 bop. I'm going to change the color of the dirt to red. Yeah. It shows up better against this yellow and blue shit. Not seeing any red here. Oh, right there. So no wonder that I was having so many issues with the barn. I was not using the optimal power washer. I don't see what's not clean on this, so that's the way it is sometimes. Oh, right here. Alright, cool. These carvings definitely mean something. I do think it's a counting system of some sort. Is fun money a way of saying weed? Because you can just say weed. We don't judge here. No? Okay. Finest weeds in the South Farthing, old Toby. No weed. You sound sad. No weed. Whoa, boy. There we go. You don't do the Mary Jane? You're more of a Gwen Stacy guy? You don't do jazz cigarettes? Speaking of the Breath of Fire 3 soundtrack. That's still weed. Whether it's edible or vapable or smokable or whatever, it's still weed. Ingest one entire marijuana. Okay, that's clean, that's clean. This isn't clean. Is there a stepladder? Yes, there is. What are you doing, stepladder? Boy, that's wrong. That didn't help. Do 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 do. I can't place it here? Oh, but I can place it there somehow. Okay. Bro, what? Maybe it's like Just munching on a butt. That's gross. Don't do that. I know you're kidding, but don't do that. It probably won't get you very far. It'll taste like shit. Bow, 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 bow. Boy, the red don't show up as much as I thought it would. There it goes. All right. The fact that I'm only at 19% makes me think this part's going to raise up or lower down. Right. This is a gimmick level for sure. I was hoping we would get one because it seems like it's been too long since we've had a gimmick level. Hey now. Ba 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 ba. Doodly doo. Meow 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 meow. 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 Oh, Momo's Tower. Momo's my favorite character in the game. Like, I'd hang out with her. Hey now. One of the funniest scenes in Breath of Fire 3 is when she finds her father's porn collection. And she just doesn't know how to deal with it because apparently he had a whole fucking room full of porn. A big room. Yeah, she discovers her father's laboratory and he's all these bookshelves and they're all porn. And she's just like, oh, wow, okay. Didn't know that. She thought it was all going to be scientific journals and shit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe anatomy, but, you know. That was on PlayStation. Breath of Fire 3. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba. Speaking of, okay, we're going backwards here. You're talking about your dad's chili and how it has beans in it and all that shit, right? This is another Wendy's story. This just came to me. I had this lady come up to me, and she comes up, and it was clear that, like, her English was not, like, the greatest, right? Which is fine, right? There's other ways to communicate what you need, right? But she could kind of sort of speak English, but not very well. And I'm trying to work with her, but she was not doing a good job of communicating what she wanted. So she looks at me and she's like, I'll have the, you know, she doesn't know the English word, I guess, but she goes, you know. Excuse me, no, I don't know. All right, let me see something here. Not much to them, is there? Not gonna lie, I was at least hoping for the odd sentence here and there. Still, two ideas spring immediately to mind. She says, I'll have the, yeah, you know. And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know, and I'm not going to try to guess. You have to explain it to me one way or another what you actually want. Because if you don't know, then I don't know. You know, it's the, you know. And I'm just like, no, I promise you that I don't know. I promise you that I don't know what your order is. You're gonna have to tell me. And eventually she says, you know, the beans. Chili? Yes, the beans. It's like, yes, the you know. Okay, all right. I remember thinking to myself, if she ever comes back and says, I'll have the I will know in that case. But she never came back, or if she did, I wasn't the one that helped her, you know? She could have just pointed at it. I would have been fine with that. Ah! No. What? Get out of it. Okay. Boing. Alright, I'm gonna need a ladder for this part. Let's see. What are you doing, step ladder? Okay. Imagine going to a place and saying, I'll have the you know. I feel like some shitty TikToker would do that just to see what they get. You don't like beans? What? Okay, so what is it about beans and chili that you don't like? Is it a texture thing, or you don't like the flavor, or are you a chili purist who has to have it Texas style? Hey, well, wow, okay, that was forgiving. I got these in a place called Texas. Game Changer is so fun. Wait, what's... Oh! Is that the dropout thing? Texas. Maybe not. I'm at 48% already. Maybe it doesn't move or open up or anything. I was thinking it definitely would, but... I said would. Alright, hold on. I've got to wash the hole. There we go. Washing the hole. But yeah, what is it about beans and chili that is distasteful to you? There's beans in the Wendy's chili. Fair warning. This is the remix. This is the remix. Yeah, that's the funniest part of Breath of Fire 3. Your dad's friggin' porn collection. You just check every bookcase, and it's like, it's dirty magazines. You've like the next one. It's more dirty magazines. You're like, still dirty magazines. White chili is underrated. I've not seen a whole lot of white chili. I remember there was a guy who made white chili. It was weird though. He made white chili sushi on MasterChef, and they told him it was the most disgusting thing they'd ever eaten in their life. Biggie bag. I got a biggie bag for you. I'll show you a biggie bag. Oh! Need to get back the ghost pepper stuff. Cosign! Ghost pepper fries were tasty. Ghost pepper burger and chicken sandwich were spicy as fuck. They were good shit. You didn't have to say nugs. Nugs. I'll have the nugs. 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 Send nugs instead of send nudes. Oh, here we are. Alright, cool. See, I'm using the proper washer and the Long Johnson. Alright, he's saying something. Idea 1. We're looking at an ancient form of floor is lava. Folks stand on the columns and try to knock one another off their perches. Seems like a fucked up kind of game, but alright. Goodness knows with what with, but if I had to guess, I'd say salmon. A 30-pound salmon would knock anyone off their perch. That was peak. Ghost pepper chicken sandwich on a pretzel bun. That was absolute peak with a side of ghost pepper fries. Absolute fucking peak. I was hoping this was a gimmick level, but it's starting to look like it might not be. The percentage is too high for anything to be really hidden. Food's the only way to your heart. What if it's combined? You know that there's a trend in Japan. It's kind of gone a little bit out of style, but it was a thing for a while where you would go to a sushi place and the sushi would be served with a naked lady as the plate. It's a real thing. Let me tell you, you really don't want to find a hair in your food in that situation. I just really wanted to make the hair joke. Anything not clean here? Oh, the top part. That was a real thing, though. It's a trend that has pretty much run its course, though. It was more common over here than in Japan. Really? Because I heard that it was a trend in, you know, not most of Japan, but, you know, like the big cities. And, you know, it's probably not a thing anymore, really, because talk about a fad, you know? They're very strict about sex there. I do know that. Although I don't think anybody was actually having sex. In the pictures I saw of it, like, I mean, the lady was covered in all the places that you would expect her to be. I think it was more erotic than sexual, you know? From my understanding, that's not a law, but a guideline. You can get it uncensored, it's just... you expect to pay out the fucking nose for it, you know? As we're talking about porn, here comes Ironhead for the raid. Raid! Yo, what up, Ironhead? What's good? As we were having our pornography discussion. As you do. Oh, we're getting a text message here. Idea 2. It's a practice table for some kind of primitive parkour. Remember, these were merfolk, so presumably much more flexible than us. Their omega-3 levels must have been through the roof. This guy tripping. Feel free to contribute to the porn discussion. Oh, no. We're too young to rent the ultra porn. Wait, how old do you need to be for ultra porn again? I forget what it is. Don't complain about ads. I remember the Futurama episode. I don't remember how old they said you had to be to rent the ultra porn. To be honest, I'd probably be horrified by ultra porn. 160? Yeah, I'm good. I don't think... if it's really that fucked up, I don't think people that age can handle it. 160-year-old men are not ready for that. That's... oh, God. Well, what a way to go, right? You're like, oh, my... oh! And then you're gone, right? He died as he lived with a boner. That's a Megadeth album. I saw that you were playing Hook. Tower of Jirog, I remember that shit. Hook. I don't need no cake, but I can go for some pie, if you know what I'm saying. No, I don't know what you're saying. Well, you know when you're in the shower with a fine, foxy lady, and she got that... What? Well, I don't know about that. I've seen action figures without the pants on, and they ain't got that. That's like about it. Gotta be my favorite Meatwad line. I've seen action figures without their pants on. They ain't got that. Didn't age well for you? Understandable. Sometimes the classics are classic for a reason. I haven't played that in a long time, though. Alright, sweet. We're just about done with this shit. Now that I'm using the proper washer, everything goes faster. I can't believe I was using the wrong one that whole time. That barn would not have taken me that long to clean. I just gotta make sure it says max on the side of it. The chicken is marinating. Oh my. What? The chicken is masturbating. No, Meatwad, marinating. That's when it soaks in sauce. That's how I masturbate. It's soaking in sauce so that it has a better flavor. What are you marinating in? Quit masticating? Does anybody in chat other than Alice know what masticating means? It's not dirty. So if you're thinking it's dirty, get your mind out the gutter. Ba 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 ba. Oh, I missed that. Okay, wow, that sounds really good, actually. Ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 ba. I'm assuming the food won't be pre-masticated. Alright, since y'all don't know what it means. Masticate means to chew something. It's nothing bad. You're gonna send pie? I go for some pie. Oh, yeah. Wait, is it the rune? It must be the rune. Sesame noodles are good. Hey! This is from Parky. Deputy Warden Indy has bagged us a bargain rock climbing park, but gosh darn it, not even a tree frog would want to climb it in its current condition. Can you come clean? I'll come clean. It was me. It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at the speed of light and made sure you couldn't perform for your girlfriend. It's like, damn, Professor Zoom, I'm starting to think you just into this shit and for something else. Well, it doesn't look like there's much to it after all, but it looks great, clean just the same. Thanks for your help. Park cleaning, peak cleaning, not my name. I'll look at the pie later. I'm playing a game, in case you hadn't noticed. All right, let's go back to the home base. I'll certainly have the 2,000 points now. Ba-da-da. So we could finally get the rustic shelving. Welcome that cottagecore vibe into your home/business premises with this incredibly robust rustic feel shelving unit. Cha-ching. That was all the points I had. Oh, cool. Hopefully you get a good discount on them. Let's see. Wait, how do I do this again? Not like that. Like this! Okay, here we are. The pie looks sad. Now I have to look. You're going to say the pie looks sad. Let's see what percentage of Scrandle votes it gets. Now I have to look. It looks alright. Like, I wouldn't say sad. It just looks... it's alright, you know? Like, I'd eat it. It's alright. Ugh. This song always reminded me of Chrono Trigger. At least the pie isn't masticated yet. Oh my god, dude. I like what the person, somebody said, did Elton John shit on it? It's like, I'm not sure this is the type of community for me. Like perhaps not. It's all the matter here, huh? Wait, hold on, I'll show you. Why talk about it when I can actually show you? I'm gonna go to Scottish Maiden's channel, and I'm gonna type into the search bar Elton John. I'm sure it's gonna come right up. Oh no, did Elton John fart over the top of it? All right, let me show you guys. So yeah, this guy, who I think is a weirdo, he just posts this. And Scottish Maiden, what is it? Slice of cake. Did Elton John fart over the top of it? I don't even know what that means. I said, that's a yes. That's me. That's a yes. And then he was like, I don't know. Not sure if it's a community for me. Look at this. That looks just... I don't know what Elton John did to that cake, but it wasn't legal in this state. Yeah, that's my reaction is no. No, thank you. I pass on the, on whatever the hell that is. It's like, it's a slice of cake. Are you sure? Like... Come on. Oh, the ceiling's too low. Do I have a step ladder? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. Submit that to... Wait, can you submit things? I will submit that then. I will submit that. If you can submit things, I'm gonna do it. Hey! Alright. Alright, let's go put this somewhere. I'm thinking, I was thinking like maybe right here? Yeah. Yeah, it works. They usually don't like things that people made themselves. I don't know if the guy made it or what. I don't know if he made it, but I know it looks fucked up. Alright, let's see. The rock climbing park. Okay. As if the spring festival wasn't enough, DG, The powers that be at Muckingham Council have gone all in on this newfangled Town of the Year competition and asked that we increase the availability of fitness resources within the recreational grounds. I did suggest that a cessation of lawn cutting would increase friction and provide cost-free resistance training, but to no avail. But then Deputy Warden Indy nudged me hard on the shoulder and showed me something extraordinary on their handheld picture slab.
Why does this guy talk like this?
A complete outdoor gym available for an absolute steal. This should keep the Outdoorosauruses busy.
Why does he talk like that? Remember the Little Debbie Boston cream pie rolls? I do not. This is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Holy fuck. Okay, cool. All right, let's do it. At least now it's going fast because I have the proper washer. Oh, Parky is...
It's almost uncanny, ain't it, Dirt Finder, how in keeping with Muckingham this facility is. It's almost like it's been commissioned especially for us, but not purchased from a bankrupt Hawaiian theme park.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I always liked? I don't know if it was, it wasn't financially bankrupt, just morally. That sounds right. I don't know if it was Little Debbie's or what, but you know those oatmeal cream pies? Always love those. Ba, 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 ba. Where it's like two soft oatmeal cookies with cream in the middle. Oh. Those are Little Debbie? Oh yeah, those are my shits, though. I could polish off a plate of those, and I probably shouldn't, but I can. It was their first... Really? I didn't know that. Well, they knocked it out in the park on the first try. You said nutty buddies. Little diabetes. The doctor says I have diabetes somehow. The doctors don't know everything. Do you remember every time you ate a bunch of sugar, you would go crazy? No. Yeah, you would, like, start yelling and screaming and pull your shirt over your head. Pull my shirt over my head. No, I don't remember that. Yeah, and then you'd start screaming about your bunghole. My bunghole? Are you sure you didn't think it wasn't Stuart, you know, the blonde kid? Yeah, maybe it was him. Large Deborah, love it. Large Deborah. But man, fuck Little Debbie. We got Large Deborah up in this bitch. Take a hike, Little Debbie. Oh, it looks like I got one of those things so I could rappel, so that's cool. So this won't be so hard. I said it won't be hard. This is clearly a job for the floor cleaner, but I never bought it, so... I remember the Star Crunches. Not a fan. My go-to is always oatmeal cream pies. I like to get cream pie. Zebra cakes. Yeah, you weird for that one. You weird for that one. But are they made with real zebras? I like the Swiss rolls, yeah. Oh, sometimes you get them and they got a weird fucking flavor to them. Let me set up my sex swing here. There we go. All right. Ding dong. Yeah, I mean, like, you like, let me get a ding dong. Just get it, man. Don't make it weird. My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. I want you to play with my ding-a-ling. Diablo. Oh, Diablo. Diablo. Most people hear Diablo and they think of a dungeon crawler made by Blizzard. I hear Diablo and I think Taco Bell. Diablo. You had Taco Bell last night? What'd you get? Lord knows I can go for a burrito. I need Diablo for my bunghole. My bunghole is an inferno. Ask your doctor if my bunghole is right for you. Can I? Oh, I can swing outwards. Not very far, but I can. Wait, can I put the swing on this wall? No, I can't. Okay. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, back to default. Hostess, you're right. They are a vending machine snack. You're 100% right on that. I don't even know why you're right. I just know that you are, in fact, correct. You are correct, sir. But you're not about to go to a convenience store and order the shits. Like, I'll just take these weird cupcakes. Whoa! What the fuck? That was as far as it goes, I guess. Diablo. My bunghole is an inferno. It doesn't need to be quite so long now. I need prior authorization for my bunghole. No, if I'm buying a whole box of something like that, it's gonna be oatmeal cream pies. Like, hey, I need to get cream pied, and I'll also have some ding dongs. I have never had a stale Twinkie. To be honest with you, I've never had a stale Twinkie. But, you know, everybody has different experiences. You've probably never had a Snapple that had meat in it, so, you know. And for that, you should be grateful, because holy shit. Alright, definitely gotta make it not red. I think probably green would be a good color for this level. Yeah, make it green. Maybe they just taste stale to you? That's very possible. That's very possible. That could be it. Do you have a copy? I didn't see it. Let me scroll up. Grilled cheesesteak burrito, added onion, extra rice, no chipotle sauce. You don't need to tell me your whole, like, fan menu here. Combo with Baja Mint. Ugh. Cheesy roll-up. Cheesy roll-up? What are you, 12? They are greasy, I'll give you that. I think it's because, like, they're cooked with lard. Lard. This is the best invention for this game, is this swing. I know I joke about it being a sex swing, but... Boing. You know, I keep thinking to try the grilled cheesesteak burrito, and I still haven't done it. Mostly because I'll look at the menu and in the app, and I'll see the 5-layer beefy cheesy burrito, and I'll be like, I want that. And I usually just get that. It's one of those things I keep meaning to try, but I have not successfully tried it yet. I'm not trying to pick it up, I'm trying to... Oh, fuck. Actually, let me get off this thing for a moment. Alright, there we go. No, I should try it, but every time I own a Taco Bell, I see the one burrito that I really like, and I get that instead, you know? Ah. I mean, dude, if I gotta, like, change a million things on it. I don't like rice in a burrito. That's just a texture thing for me. I like rice as rice, but not in a burrito. Tasty Cake used to have a mint chocolate cake. That was good. I don't know what brand. It might have been Tasty Cake, but there were, like, these little square carrot cakes that you would get in, like, usually gas stations and stuff. I can go for one of those right about now. I was hoping for a gimmick level and we finally got one. What is that emote? What is that? Fort Bush? Bush. It probably was. Wait, if I look up a picture of it, I would know. Hold on, let me look. Let's see. Tasty Cake Carrot Cake. Let's see what they look like. Oh, that's right. I have to spell cake with a K. No, that's not it. What was the other one you said? Mrs. Freshly? That's definitely not it. Now, these are like individually wrapped. Nemo's? I'll try that one. That's it. It's Nemo's. That's it. 100%. I'd recognize that anywhere. Because that was the thing, they were square, you know? 1 second. Where's my fucking browser window? Not that one. That one. There we go. 100% it was Nemo's. Little Nemo and his goddamn cakes. Do-do-do-do. Any of these others not clean? Okay. They use pecans instead of walnuts. Oh, that's right. You really don't like pecans. To be honest, I've never heard of carrot cake having either of those things in it. But everybody does it different, I guess. Boing. Alright, this is from Parky. I mean, the volcano type of this boulder park is a classic stratovolcano, just like Rushless. Highly explosive with a fast lava flow that doesn't travel far before cooling, leading to these classic steep banks. Ba 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 ba. What are your thoughts on pralines? Hit or miss, yeah. They're either amazing or just, cloyingly, disgustingly sweet, right? Ba da 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 da. Here comes the best part. Da. I love that part. Ba, 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 ba. No, they're not sprinkles. It's a confection. It's hard to describe what it is, but it's a confection. All right. Ba ba ba. Do 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 do. Sort of like, I guess the way you would describe it, candied nuts. Ba 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 ba. Like a turtle without chocolate. Yeah! Yeah, kind of like that. That's a good way of describing it. Nuts. Wait, hold on. Just pretend that's plural. Oh. Just clean the volcano nipple here. I didn't know that, if you knew that volcanoes have nipples. It's a new thing they're trying out. It's Volcano 2.0. It's in beta. Purine cookies? I have to look that up. Oh, wow, those look good. I've never had those. Never had those. They look good, though. Stop complaining about the ads. It's actually in the rules, guys. Oh yeah, wafers are good. No. There we go. Yeah, it's enough with complaining about it. It's the second time I've said to say it today. Volcano nipple. Yeah, don't complain about the ads. It's actually in the rules. It's a way for people who don't subscribe to support the stream. Oh, I love this song. This is another one that is giving Chrono Trigger like hardcore. No, I've never had Stroopwafel. A lot of people have told me about it, especially, you know, people that I know from Europe, but I've never had it. Gotta try the Dutch baby too. Oh, they make Dutch babies here. Oh, Bobby, we gotta get a Dutch baby. Lynn, it says allow 20 minutes. Did I get the nipple on this? Oh, not quite. Ugh. Bo bo bo. I didn't know Dutch babies were real when I first saw that episode. I mean, when she describes it, it sounds like, yeah, it's probably a real thing that people eat. But the name is like, Dutch baby, oh. Well, there's the scissor lift. I don't think we're finishing this one. But at least finishing it up next week won't take as long as the barn did, because I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right fucking power washer, you know? Like, what the fuck? Babish made it once and never again. Why, did he hate it or something? I actually saw him on an episode of Chopped. He was a judge. Oh, you were joking? Oh, okay. I recognize the voice. My mom watches Chopped all the time. I recognize the... He's kind of making a comeback. He got away from what made it great. And, you know, changing it to, like, the Babish culinary universe sort of like... But he's starting to get back to what made it great. I think he realized that people were not liking the direction he took. But yeah, like, I recognized his voice immediately. I'm like, oh, it's Binging with Babish. Yeah, but he stopped doing that for a while, you know? Yeah, the ranking videos were not my thing. Like, it was like, eh. Yeah, and making it the Babish culinary universe where it's like all these other fuckers that aren't him. Not into it. And I know that people like ranking videos generally, but... I want to go up or down now. Dude, it won't go up or down. Did I break it again? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Alright. I didn't like the way that he did the ranking videos. I didn't like the way that he did it. Like, it clearly wasn't something that he wanted to be doing. Like, it wasn't his thing, you know what I mean? I think he's realized that. So yeah, recently he's been trying to go back to basics, which is what he should be doing. The floor is lava. You had a bad experience that you can't talk about on here? Really? Could you DM it to me? Because I didn't know about any of that. Nope, let's see. Parky. Whereas Hawaii, as you know, is full of shield volcanoes. It's like Beavis talking about the monitor lizards. They have a slow flow rate and are less explosive, leading to gentle slopes, what cover a wider area. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Frankly, I saw this as a Hawaiian theme park. If I saw this as a Hawaiian theme park, I'd demand a refund. I'm gonna take a look. I'm still zoomed in on the pie. And I'm talking about food. Jesus, that's terrible. Jesus, that's fucking terrible. Did he talk about that in a video? Because I didn't see that video. Oh, I see. Dang. I like that he got the tattoo with the tiny whisk. God, that is dark. A Reddit post, okay. Ba, ba, ba. No, he didn't do anything bad. Something bad was done to him. Now I feel really bad for the guy. Like, that's horrible. To be in a vulnerable state like that, and then on top of it, oof. Yeah, I had no idea. Do, do, do. Where's that scissor lip? There it is. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Hello, welcome to Benjamin Babish. Today we're making the blue waffle. I don't know why I thought of that. He should do that as like an April Fool's joke and then just make really good blueberry waffles. Oh, did you just find out? I guess you looked into it. I'm gonna have to read up on that later. Like, goddamn, poor guy. There's a freaking dinosaur. Well, the good news is, like I said, I saw him on Chopped as a judge. That's understandable. He probably should have taken a break when he realized that that was happening before it got too bad, you know? But I guess for whatever reason, he probably felt that he couldn't. And kudos to the people that came in to help him out with his channel, even though, like I said, it wasn't really what I was there for and all that. But I'm glad he's kind of going back to basics. He doesn't have to have a large output for it to be good. It could be an every once in a while sort of situation. Yeah, burnout can be an absolutely terrible thing. And if you're experiencing it, you've got to take a break. Like, you've got to step back and be like, all right, you know, I got to take a break from this shit. Make a change, you know? Because once it starts to become like that, like, then it's a chore, it suffers, you suffer, and then it's no good. Like, why do you think I stopped doing that, clearing confusion shit? I remember you talking about that, actually. Yeah, you know, relationships end, I mean. But when it happens during a period where you're having other struggles, it could be devastating. Probably getting on top of the head. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Maybe underneath the head? There we go. A new job is available. From DeMarcus Aurelius. Glow with the flow? Why do people not know the name of my business? You sound just like who we need to clean up after our roller disco fiasco here in Buffington. Get to do a roller disco? That's kind of cool. That's a cool idea for a power wash level. Bum, 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 bum. That leaf scared the shit out of me. We're gonna end as soon as I finish this ocean floor. I just looked at the time. We got like almost halfway through this though. Mike Love remains uncontacted. Yeah, I wouldn't want to touch him either. Oh, remove the chain because that is off it. Uh-huh. There we go. Hey. Perhaps on New Year's. Oh, man. You guys, you're probably gonna get his voicemail, right? Oh. fucking with the formula, Mike. All right. We gonna call it a day. I'm like, what is that vibrating sound? Oh, it's the cat. Meow, 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 meow. Let me get the music stopped. All right, y'all. We're going to go over the schedule and we're going to do a raid. So don't go anywhere just yet, guys. Please stick around through the raid. Here's what's going on for the next week or so. So tomorrow night, I didn't set up the graphic. I mean, I made the graphic, but I didn't put it into this. It's the List Critics Remaster with me and Jesse and Elise, so don't miss that. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be the best thing ever. That's tomorrow night. Friday afternoon, we will have more of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake for Steam. Saturday night, more of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country for the Switch. Sunday night, we'll be continuing along with more of Mega Man 02, which we're playing that on Steam as well. Monday afternoon, more of Street Fighter V, both online matches and arcade ladders. We're almost through the arcade ladders. We still got a lot to go on that bottom row. And also, still want to play online. So that's Monday afternoon. Tuesday night, more of Hollow Knight for Steam. And then Wednesday afternoon, a week from today, we will be right back here with more of Powerwash Simulator 2. So let's go over here and let's see who's online. Who are we rating? What are we doing? What's going on here? What is this shit? Going to raid. He changed his name again. We're gonna raid Yusei Kayaba. Is playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's do that. Let's do that. Do a little old Holio here. Okay, guys, there's your raid call. Copy and paste it as we head into Yusei's channel. Like I said, he is playing Monster Hunter Wilds, along with another streamer called Bad Fudge Guy. I don't know. If you call him Good Fudge Guy, that's insinuating that I'm Bad Fudge Guy. Well, you burnt my burger, didn't you? BFG. Oh, BFG! Big fucking gun. What about Mid Fudge Guy? That's a different stream. That's on Kick. All right, I'll see you guys over there. Copy that base as we head into Yusei's stream. Here we go. Honk.